Hello, hello. What a delight to have an opportunity to speak with you about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, customer service. Now, we've had some time together. I feel close to my table. I've been feeling the energy in the room, so I feel comfortable in announcing this. Customer service is a topic near and dear to my heart because I am the consummate consumer. I have not met a mall yet that doesn't just draw me in. Any of you out there, consummate consumers? Come on, I know. Wait. Only one gentleman? Two? No. I know better. You like your power tools, your big super warehouse stores, just the smell of freshly cut lumber does something to you? I know. Or maybe it's electronic, you like the click and point, looking for the smallest camcorder or the largest widescreen TV. You're a consummate consumer. But you're here today from a different standpoint, from a professional standpoint. Yes, we all consume on a daily basis. We may consume because we have to support our households, or we consume because we have to purchase goods and services for business reasons. But today you're here from another standpoint to understand how can you provide customer service to those people that come to you as consumers, to your clients, to your customers, to your patients. If you take a look at most studies that are out there, word is customer service is where? Right, kind of down, very down. Headlines, customer service, very hard to find. Good news, light at the end of the tunnel. Customer service does not have to be a challenge for us. It really can be quite simple. It can be as simple as empowering our people to understand that customer service really is simply a set of behaviors. Our goal is to make sure that every single interaction that our customers, our clients, our patients, our students have with us, it's a memorable experience. It's a positive experience. Now, we spend a lot of time attracting new business, advertising, marketing, going out and doing demos and seminars, setting up trade shows. How much time do we spend, though, investing in our people so that they can keep the business that we work so hard to get? Very often, not enough time. So let's do a few exercises here. Want to have you think about what we can do, what you can do with your people to make a difference. To make a difference so that they make a difference with everyone they meet and everyone they interact with. Very quickly, at your table, let's consider when your people interact, when they interact with their customers, their consumers, their patients, their students, how do you want them to interact? Do you want them to do the 3 Ps? Perky, positive, and always polite? Well, of course we do. But that alone isn't enough. They have to go beyond that. They have to do more. So what I'd like to have you do, just so that we can internalize this a little bit, because we know as learning professionals, people remember what they say. And people will do what they've done in the past. So let's get involved and do a little activity here. And I'd like to have you think about the perfect service provider. Now put yourself in the position of the consumer. You have been the recipient of products and services, goods in the past. And consider someone that you've interacted with. And I'd like you to think of the behaviors that that person exhibited. Behaviors that would want to make you go back and do business with them again. So we're going to build here our perfect service provider. I'm going to give you a minute. The minute is going to go very quickly, so please speak, write, think quickly. You might want to turn to page 24, 25 if you haven't done so already. And think about in your mind the qualities of the perfect service provider. Share them with your table. And then I'm going to ask for some table representatives to share back with the rest of the group. So you have a minute. It's going to go quickly. Okay, begin.
My example was in New York. I actually got this ring at Tiffany.
Okay. All right, told you that would go quickly. So we are building the perfect service provider to meet the needs and the requirements of those in your office, in your industry, your customers. What behaviors are you looking for from that perfect service provider that will ensure that the business that you work so hard to bring in remains and grows? Let's have a couple behaviors. Yes?
Responsive.
You want them to be responsive, absolutely. And what do we mean by responsive?
Offer solutions.
We want them to offer solutions, and we want them to get back in touch in a timely manner, to respond to the needs of the client, the customer, and to do so in a timely manner. We live in an age, and we heard one of the other speakers this morning discuss how it was okay to miss a train and take another train. It was okay to miss a plane years ago and take another plane later on. Today, when we get paged or beeped or called, I better go answer that right now. So we have to be responsive. The time lag in responding is definitely shortened. Great. What else do we need?
Flexible.
Flexible, yes. That they can provide alternative solutions. That it's not always just one way. It's not always, well, the policy says. What else do we need them to be? Honest. Oh, yeah. Especially when they're service providers and salespeople. I spent 15 years in sales, and woohoo, do we get a bad reputation sometime. It's not all true, by the way. We are honest. Because in the environment that we're in today, we can't make a sale and run. News travels quickly. And also, most of us are in the business of relationship selling. We have to go back time and time again. So we have to train our people to be honest. One more. What are you looking for? Yes? Knowledge. Absolutely. Product knowledge. Can't overlook it. Have to have that. Let's take down an acronym that will help us look at all of these behaviors and put them in a sequence that we can remember and we can help our people to move forward with. The purpose of customer service is to help us to outpace competition, to help us to outpace the environment that we live in, to outpace the numbers or the assignments or the goals or the targets that we have been given. So let's use PACE as our acronym. If you want to write P-A-C-E. P. P stands for process. What is a process? I beg your pardon? An activity? Yes. What type of activity? An organized, repeatable activity. An activity that produces consistent results. Now, at some time along the way, someone has tried this process out to know that it gives consistent results. So we want to provide our people with a process that allows them to get consistent results, to give consistent customer service. Also, what else does a process do for us and for our people? It gives them direction. It ensures that when there's a fork in a road, they have to make a decision. There's a process there for them to follow. It helps to alleviate problems. We also want a process there that will help them to be creative problem solvers. So it's not always by the book, because sometimes always by the book is not going to solve the problem. They also have to be creative problem solvers. So our first behavior, the first behavior we want to ensure that they are familiar with the process that we have already put in place. The best processes, too, are the ones that they have an opportunity to be involved with setting forth. They're not just given to them, they've created them. So the A, what behavior do we want to look for with the A? You know this one. Attitude, of course. They have to have the appropriate attitude. The appropriate attitude is, though, more than just positive. It's more than just polite. It's more than just perky. What is the appropriate attitude? Very simply. Caring, thank you. It is the attitude of a willingness to help. Am I being helpful here? Is this action or activity going to be helpful? Let me think also, how can I be proactively helpful? What else do we need? What else do they need? We have our process, we have our attitude. What other behaviors? We have the C, and I'm hearing it already. We need creativity, yes. Number one answer, ding, 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 is communication. To be exceptional customer service providers, they need to excel in communication skills. Now, so often we think of communication as the talking, the one way. I come again from the sales background, so we think of communication, good selling, it slices, it dices, it parades. No. Good communication entails good listening. If you don't listen, how do you know what the customer wants? Because customer service is meeting or exceeding customer needs or requirements. How do we know what they are? We have to ask them. So it entails good communication skills. Absolutely. So we have our process, we have a positive attitude, a willingness to help, we have good communication skills, and the E. Empathy, sure we need empathy, but to put all of this together, there we go, empowerment. Yes, we need energy. Key, though, to put all of this together to make it work is empowerment. There is a lot of lip service. Do you agree? Out there about empowerment. What does empowerment really mean? The authority to make the decision, yes. But we have to give them more than just the authority. We need to give them three things so that they can make the decision. The first thing, we have to give them boundaries, guidelines. Most of us work with two distinct types of people. There's some in the middle, but two distinct types of people. You have those you say, you're empowered, woohoo, they're off. Sky's the limit, they have it taken care of. You look at your budget and say, what happened? Well, I was empowered, I met the customer needs. Oh, but we're down our budget. And then you have those people that if you don't give them boundaries, you can say you're empowered, they don't move. They won't go outside of the box, for fear of making a wrong decision. So we have to give boundaries for them to be empowered. We also, obviously, as we've been talking about every day, have to give them the tools, the knowledge, the skill to be able to do the job. And the last piece of empowerment, we have to give them trust. They have to know that if they use their best judgment, their skills, their tools in this situation, and the end result is not what we would really want it to be, they don't get their hand slapped. You'll have a conversation about what you might do differently the next time, but they don't get their hand slapped. So to provide excellent customer service, we want to remember the acronym PACE, P-A-C-E. That will allow us to outpace competition. I'd love to have an opportunity to come into your organization, to work with you personally in your environment, to help you outpace your competition. Thank you.